The US-China new Cold War is heating up at sea, raising the risk of an armed conflict that seems highly unlikely just months ago, amid unprecedented global health and economic crisis. During its latest drills in the South China Sea on August 18, the U.S. Navy's USS Mustin destroyer upped the ante by reportedly piercing through for the first time the western side of the median line, dividing mainland China and Taiwan. China has lashed back by describing the move as extremely dangerous, and vowing to defend its interests and illegal claims in the area, including the eventual integration of Taiwan with the mainland. The U.S. moves was consistent with international law, since it was well beyond China's 12 nautical miles territorial sea. It represented a direct challenge to Beijing's opposition to any foreign military presence in its 200 nautical miles exclusive economic zone. It also coincided with reports of a U.S. surveillance aircraft making a rare visit to Taiwan, following a major bilateral defense deal, and an unprecedented visit by an American cabinet official to the self-governed island. In response to China's rising incursions in Japan territorial waters, the U.S. has also deployed stealth bombers for major exercises in the Sea of Japan, in a show of support to another key regional ally. Referring to America's expanding naval presence in its adjacent waters, and burgeoning defense ties with Taiwan, which Beijing considers a renegade province, China has recently described its superpower rivals' actions as a real threat to peace. Senior Colonel Zhang Chunhui, spokesman for the People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command, warned the U.S. actions will embolden forces supporting Taiwan independence, and, accordingly, raise the risk of armed confrontation. The U.S. has conducted at least 10 naval deployments across the Taiwan Straits so far this year, underscoring Washington's commitment to preventing any Chinese unilateral action against Taipei. The U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, however, has quickly dismissed China's accusations, maintaining that its deployments are consistent with international law and its free and open Indo-Pacific strategic doctrine. Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Mustin conducted a routine Taiwan Strait transit on August 18 in accordance with international law, said a statement by U.S. 7th Fleet, which primarily operates in the hotly contested South China Sea. The ship's transit through the Taiwan Strait demonstrates the U.S. commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The U.S. Navy will continue to fly, sail and operate anywhere international law allows. The U.S. destroyer passed through Taiwan Strait, following military exercises with Japanese maritime self-defense forces. During its exercises with Japan, the U.S. deployed 4 B-1 Lancers, 4 F-15 Sea Eagles, and 2 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers. Underscoring growing coordination with allies, in both air and naval interoperability and joint operations, as China expands its own drills and military footprint in East and South China Seas. The American aerial assets were deployed from Anderson Air Force Base in nearby Guam, and Dyess Air Force Base in Texas. The U.S. Pacific Air Forces maintain that it routinely conducts bomber task force operations to show the United States' commitment to allies and partners in the Indo-Pacific area of responsibility. There are growing indications that the U.S. ramped up aerial and naval deployments reflect growing bipartisan consensus in Washington, a trend that will likely continue, regardless of who becomes America's next leader after November elections.